Hello everyone, this is Venugopal. Today in this session we are going to see the increment and decrement operators as well as the logical operators in C language. Now let us see the first one, that is increment and decrement operators. So there are two operators available. One is increment and decrement operators in C language. One is plus plus and another is minus minus. This is called as increment operators. This is used for increment. That means what? It will increment the existing value by 1. Similarly, it is used to decrement the existing value by 1. These two operators will be work with only one operand. For example, if I am declaring one variable like a is equals to 10, and if I'll use like a plus plus, or I'll use like a minus minus, then this operator is working with how many operands here? Only one operand. And here also it is operating with one operand. So the operators which are operated with a single operand, that operators are called as unary operators. That operators are called as unary operators. The operators which operates with only one operand, those operators are called as a unary operator. So this increment and decrement, these operators are also called as unary operators. So basically, whenever we want to increment the value with 1, or whenever we want to decrease the value with 1, then we go for this shortcut method, that is plus plus and minus minus. Exactly, the meaning of this a plus plus is nothing but a is equals to, it is incremented by 1. And similarly here also, this a is going to be decremented by 1. This is the basic meaning. So instead of writing this whole expression, so better we can go for these operators. That is the use of this basically increment and decrement operators. Then again, there are few more classification of this increment and decrement operators, like we say as a post increment. Before post, I'll write like a pre increment and post increment. Similarly, pre decrement and post decrement. That means what exactly? Let us try to see here only. Pre increment means what? The operator will be appear before the operand. This is pre, because the operator is coming before operand. Okay, and here post means what? The operator will come after the operand. Similarly, here also pre means minus minus a, and here a minus minus. Then when to use this kind of post increment and pre increment, or post decrement or pre decrement? Now here, if you consider the value, for example, here I am assuming my value is suppose 10. And suppose here I'll do this, I want to print this statement now, plus plus a. Then what would be the output here? Now, what exactly happened whenever we are going with this pre-increment? Now here, this is the 10 value. A's value is what? 10. So here it is incrementing first. Then it is going to assign with the a value. For example, plus plus. So let us increase this 10 to one number, because plus plus is useful to increment the value by one only. So this 10 will become 11, and then we are printing that a. So it will print what? 11. And here, now the value of a is 11. Now don't consider like, okay, sir, we have declared here like 10. So value will be 10. No, because we are using the same variable only. So here, now current value of A is what? It is 11. More precisely, I can write like this. A is equal to 11 now. Now come to this part, next statement. Now here, now we are considering this A is what? 11 now. Now here, if we'll go for this A++, then what exactly happening here? Now first it is printing A. Then it is incrementing. That means what? If you print this statement now using the printf statement, what it will print? It will print only 11, because after printing it is going to be incremented here. That is why it is called as a post increment. If I'll use this statement like this, printf in the bracket like this more clearly, and here I'm printing, suppose printf the bracket like this I'm printing. So whenever here I am printing, it is incrementing the value first, then it is printing. That is the reason why this 10 become 11 here. Now we are assuming that A is equal to 11. Okay. Now here come down here. Now A is what? 11. So what is the command? Just print it out. So it's printing 11. After that it is incrementing to 12. Okay. This is what the difference between pre-increment and post-increment. Now consider the value again here. Now again, I'm considering A is equals to 10 only. Now come down here. If I'll print this now, printf minus minus A. Now tell me the output. It is decrementing first, then it is printing. Okay, so it's decrementing. This 10 will be reduced to 9 here, and then it is printing. And if the same case we'll use here in the post decrement, the output will be different. What would be the output here? Now consider, now A is equals to 9. So it's printing 9, and after that it is printing what? Or after that it is decrementing that 9. So answer will be the same, 9 only. And suppose if you print here in the next line, printf, and if you simply print A, the value will be the decremented value. Here also, if you print after this two statements, or this one, post increment, printf, if you are printing A only, then here the value would be 12. This is what the difference between a pre-increment and post-increment. I hope you're getting. If not, then definitely we are going to see one program based on this only, so that you will get a more clear idea. So let us start Dev C++, our editor. So here I'm going to give the demonstration of increment and decrement operators. Also, we'll see the post and pre as well. So simply, I'll take some header files. As you know, these are the mandatory steps for programming. The reason you know very well, already explained in my some previous videos. Then I'm taking one variable like a is equals to 10 here. And simply, I want to print directly, I'll show you. Mm, Suppose I want to print like directly I'll print like a equals to and percent d comma I want to print here plus plus sorry plus plus a. I hope you have, now you can guess the output. What would be the output here? Because we are printing, okay, this percent d will be replaced by this incremented value or whatever it may be. Okay, it will be replaced by this percent d. Percent d will be replaced by this value. Okay. Now this plus plus, that means 10 will be incremented first, then it's printing. That means value should be 11 here. Let us try. Before that, I need to save this program. I'll save this by increment and decrement program. Enter. If I'll execute, you can see the output. The answer must be 11. This is pre-increment. Okay. Now let us check with some more. Control V. Let us show you the decrement as well here. If I'll do here decrement, what would be the output here? Any guess? Minus minus. Can I say the output would be 10? Yes, because current value of A is what? 11. So 11 it comes here, it will be decremented, then it's printing. So the answer would be 11 minus 1 is 10. So answer would be what? 10. I hope you are enjoying. See the result equal to 10. Suppose if I'll comment this, now you tell me what would be the output of this particular line. Definitely it should be 9. Let us check and see the output. See, A equal to 9. So I hope in this example with this comment, right, I've explained that the variables are changing. What is the definition of variable? Variable is an entity which can be changed during the program execution. Here A is equals to 10. After that here A is becoming 11. And after that here the A is becoming 10. Single variable, but the value is changing. That is called as a variable. Now let us see the post and pre-increment. Now simply I'll write here the post increment, for example. Post increment. So control V, I just wanted to take the post increment. So I need to put this operator where? After the operand now. Now what is the current value of A? This is the current value of A. But here if I print this one, right? What would be the output? It's not 11, right? It will print because it's printing first and after that it is incrementing. So the answer would be 10 only. Okay, you don't believe? You go and check the output. It should be 10 only. But if I'll print here immediately here and I'll print only A. I'm printing only A. Okay, because it's printing A 10 and after that it is incrementing. That means what? Now A has the incremented value here. So what would be the output? The output would be 11. Check it out. See, that is what the post increment. In post increment, it will print the value first, whatever the value, the existing value is consisting, it print first, then it is incrementing. So whenever you're using in a printf statement, it will be the existing value only. But in the next line, whenever you're printing that same variable, that should contain the incremented value. I hope you're getting. Now we'll see the what? Uh, Post increment we have seen now. We'll see pre already we have seen, we will see the post decrement now. Control V, and instead of this I would like to take this minus minus. What would be the output? Yes, because what is the value of A? That you must know right now. Right now the value is what? A is equals to 11. It's the current value, right? So here, when I'll print this, it print only what? 11 only. Because it is printing, after that it is going to be decrement that particular value. So if I'll execute this, you will get the value 11 only. But in the next step, if I'll print, it will print what? If I'll print A, control V, I want to print this backslash n. Now it will print the decremented value. See the output. So this is what the difference between a post increment and pre increment. You should know the difference between, means there are multiple ways and different ways of using this increment and decrement operators. And increment decrement operators as well, it further classified into pre increment and post increment, pre decrement and post decrement. And this basically this increment and decrement operators are unary operators. These are called as a unary operators. So that's it about this increment and decrement operators. Now quickly we will move on to the next topic of this video. That is what? That is, I think, logical operator. Logical operator. Now logical operator means what? It is used to check. It is used to check the relation logical relation of an expression, any expression. That is, if it's true, that means the expression is true, it returns 1, right? And if it is false, it return what? 0, right? True means 1, 0 means false, just like we have seen in the relational operators. So the logical operators there are basically three types of logical operators, right? This is called as a logical and. This is called as a logical and. That means what? When it is going to be written true and when it is going to be written false. That means if two operands, right? Whatever the two operands, you can say that it is, I can say, when both the conditions are true, then it returns what? 1, or return only, I will write only the true condition. Otherwise, you know that it will return the false only. When both the conditions are true, that means what? This basically this logical and is used to combine two expressions. And here I want two expressions should be correct. Then only it will execute that statement that it will return what? 1. For example, if I'm assuming some variable a is equals to 5, comma b is equals to 5, and suppose c is equals to 10, any numbers you can take random, and suppose just I want to check here if, or directly I'll write like, is a equal to b, you know that these are the relational operators, and because I'm combining another condition here, I'm combining what? Another condition, c greater than a. Now see the condition here. We know the values. A is equals to B and C greater than E. If this both expression will be true, then only it returns 1. Otherwise, it returns 0. For example, what is the condition here? For example, here, what is A? 5 is equal to 5. We know that the relational operator we have seen. If it is equal, then it returns 1. Yes, it returns 1. That is true. Okay, and here I'm putting the value is 10 greater than, what is a? 5. Now this is again the relational operator. This is also relational operator and this is also relational operator. So we are combining two operators here and we are checking the condition, two expressions, right? If this is true, then only this logical and is going to return 1 value. Otherwise, it returns false. So this is what the logical and does. Okay, similarly, we are having a logical or. This is called as logical or. Now, what exactly it is going to be written? If any one of the expression is true, then it returns 1 or else false. If any one of the condition is true, right, then it returns what? true. That means what? For example, if I'll take the same example here only, Control C, I'll take Control V. Instead of this, I need to take this OR, and here also I'll take OR. And suppose here, instead of this, I am taking it is less than. Is C is less than A? That means, is my 10 is less than 5? No, this condition is wrong. But at the same time, this condition is true. That means if any one of the condition is true, then this OR will returns 1 only. Okay, so that is what the use of this logical OR operator. And last one is a logical NOT. This is called as logical NOT. It returns true if expression is false. That means what? For example, I want to apply for like this one. A not equal to B. A not equal to B. Sorry, not this, like this is a different thing. I need to put like this. A equal to B. Not A equal to B. This means A equal to B will return what? True. That will be converted into again 0. That means whatever the value you are consisting, if I am taking false, then it will be converted into true. If I am taking true, it will be converted into false. That means not. If it is true, then it will become a false. If it is a false, then it will become a true. So these are the logical operators. These three basically are the logical operators, and these all logical operators basically used with the selection statements like if else, any expression kind of statements. There, these logical operators are going to be used. Okay, so we'll try to see one demonstration for this logical operator so that you will get a more clarity. For that purpose, let us begin with one more program. So now we'll use comment here for logical operator. Now again, we know that include stdio.h void main. Then we'll declare some variables like a uh, equals to suppose 10. Same value I'll take like, okay, a equal to 5, b equals to 5, and c equals to like 10. It would be better. And I will take one more variable to store the result, for example. So res uh, or ans answer. Okay. Now here we'll take one by one expression. Answer equals to, now let us consider, like I want to write a equal to b, and I want to check is c greater than b. This is one expression, this is another expression. If both the expressions are true, then only it returns what? If it is true, then it returns what? The answer would be 1. Okay, if I'll print this, printf, and directly I'll print like what ans equals to percent d comma ans. Okay, so let us see first. Before that, we need to save the program, and here I will write a logical operator. That's all. If I'll execute, my answer should be answer equals to 1. Why it's 1? Why it is 1? Because A equal to B is 5 equal to 5. Yes, the answer returns 1. 1 and C greater than B. What is C? 10 greater than 5. This is also true. So it will return 1. So 1 and 1 will always give what? 1 only. Right? Now second, we'll take one more condition. A and S will take a different condition. Better to copy this only instead of writing, but you don't copy paste. Okay, you need to type more. A equal to B, and suppose I'll change a little bit here. For example, I'll change it to A less than B. Now you know that this condition is true, but this condition is become false. So 1 and 0 will always returns what? 0 only. So let us print this. Okay, I'll put like a backslash and see the answer. The second answer should be 0 because one condition is true and another condition is becoming false. So whenever we are using this logical and, that means what? When both the conditions expressions are true, then only it returns true. If any one of the condition will be false, then complete result will be false only. So now we'll check for the next one, that is answer equals to, I'll take the same one here. Same expression I am taking here, control C, control V, but instead of logical and, I'm using what? Logical or now. Now we know that whenever we'll use this logical or means what? Either of this expression should be true or this expression should be true. If any one of the expression is true, then the result will return what? 1 only. So here A is equal to B is true, but C is less than B. This condition will become false because 10 is not less than 5. So in that case also it returns true because one condition is satisfying, right? The uh, value. Okay, and if suppose I'll print here, printf, if I'll print this answer, we'll should get what? 1 only. Okay, so see the third one, this is 1. Okay, so this is what? This is just I've given the demonstration that if any one of the condition is false, but one is correct, then it will returns what? 1 only. Okay, now here, for example, we'll take one more. If answer equals to, uh, for example, A equal to B. And here, I would like to print this statement. You know the answer. What is the answer? Definitely it is 1 only. See the last one? Sorry, semicolon is missing here. No issue. It's returning 1 only. Okay, but now we'll see the third one. What happen if I'll use logical not in front of this expression? As it is returning what? 1. But the moment I'll put this not in front of this expression, before it was printing 1, now it printing what? It just opposite to that 1. That is, the answer is 0. Check the last one. It will print the answer is 0. So that's what the usability of the all logical and. If I'll do some comments here for better understanding for you, this is for logical and, then this is for logical or, and this is last one for logical not. These are the basically how to use this logical operators in your C programming language. And these all operators basically used with the selection operators. For example, if you want to find out the numbers between three numbers, four numbers, then you can club the two conditions or more conditions. If you want to take out the percentage of your any student, right? For example, if the percentage greater than equal to 50 but less than equals to 60, then he will be the like second class. If the percentage greater than equal to 60 but less than 75, then he will be the first class. His distinction will be the first class. If the percentage more than greater than 75, then the person scored marks in a distinction. Such kind of programming, whenever you want to implement, then this logical operator will play a very important role. So that's all about the logical operators, and we have seen in the first half that is a increment and decrement operators, right? I hope that you have gotten a clear idea about increment decrement operators. Then I've see also explained the post increment and pre increment, post decrement and pre decrement with the difference. And then we have seen the logical operators and both the theory as well as we have seen the practical example. So will we meet with some few more videos in my upcoming sessions. So keep watching till then. Bye bye.